I want you to say it after me, that I carry solutions.
I carry solutions
that can heal the world, that can change the world. How many women's images are you changing? That is a solution. That is healing. That there is me who is uncoordinated. So when I meet someone, an image consultant that is coordinated, that can tell me that, you know what? With your body, vakukapati. Because it makes you like an apple. Oberanga katuni. Eno wagulu oli munene eno wansi weti pyoti. Yagamba no. This is not the way it's supposed to be. And of course they will use a better language with it. They'll be like, you know what, you will look good in A-line kind of skirts. Yeah? And indeed, when you, because you know mulembe gwa kapati, you will be like, but nedda, but what? And then have you seen when women start to grow, there is a way they look weird in pants? Yeah. When they start to grow, Am I the only one who sees it? Like their bodies start to shape weirdly. So now you're putting on kapati and a 24-year-old is putting on kapati. You look like Mike Tyson, and then this a cartoon of Mike Tyson, and this one is looking at as Kardashian. And you're thinking, na yeah, chiche chiganye. And of course, no one is going to come to you and tell you that, you know what, I've been to be ganye. Sometimes you just have to be very unsatisfied, okay? So we talked about the business and finances. Yeah, let's go to, we've talked about the leadership. Is that coming up next? I actually have them here, so if you're taking long, it's here. Okay, career and leadership. I want us to go to go through that very quickly. But avoiding networking, we talked about over-reliance on a boss or mentor for validation. How many of us have been there? You're over-relying, yeah? You're thinking like this person is holding all my keys. If this person, as in everything about me, yeah? Some of us are over-relying on pastors, some of us are and we are like this one, eh? But the thing is, they are also human beings. They fail. They also struggle with certain things, yeah? So you must be able to take back the power. Let's go, Lavender. For God has not given us the spirit of fear, but power, love, and sound mind. A sound mind. In Luganda, it brings out so well. It says that, endo wasn't amiru kufu. Some of us are like we are drunkard all the time. Yeah, we don't know what is happening in our lives. We are earning the way we are earning. It's like everything is an accident. Who we are dating, who we get married to, the kind of money that we are making. It's like we're just bumping into things. We are never intentional to sit down and say, how much money do I want to make this month? How much money? We all have the capability of deciding how much money. All of us in this room. We have the capability to decide how much money we can make in a month. But guess what? Some of us are earning accidentally. Whenever you want is when you open the business, the clients that know you come, you're not putting in extra effort, and then you end up getting the same money, less than the rent. So okuba bituli all the time. You're getting money, you're robbing from your pocket to make sure that the business is there. So the business is performative. It is a shadow. It is not a business. Some of us are barely surviving. We're not supposed to be in a survival mode all the time. We can only afford what we can eat. And then we are also, you go to some place and you look at the bag and you're like, this price. Of course, there are things that are ambiguously priced. Right? Yeah. Well, let's agree there are things that are ambiguously priced. That even if you wanted to buy it, Kati, I buy a suit of 2 million. Wanji? But me, that is not something I can actually go for. Right? I would actually rather take another child to school because school fees these days is not that much. So, but the thing is, there are things that you know that if I need this, I can actually get it. But when you have to bargain with yourself, and you're like, you know what, let me, at a certain level, that is okay, bargain. But when you get to know that I can decide how much I earn, and you start bargaining, do you know that you bargain but with a bit of anger? Like naenze nabachi naye wabachi tewali akutuddeko tewali like no one is like you are in a free world, in a free economy, guys, in a free economy. Whether if you wanted to dance, you would actually make money. If you wanted to dance, you would make money. where you can create, you have something that is unique to you, love of children, love of educating people about money, where if you opened up your platforms and you consistently talked about it, and then confidence demands that you are giving people something good, exceptional. I can never deliver anything that is below exceptional. That is not in my nature. I can never. And I believe I can figure out everything. If you told me that I'm supposed to go for taekwondo, and you told me I have a challenge next week, and I am beginning now, I will do taekwondo and I will perform better than the ones that are doing it. Because confidence is self-belief. You believe that you can do anything. It just doesn't matter which obstacle. It doesn't matter the odds that you're working against. It doesn't matter. You just think with one statement, I defined confidence. Everything is figure-outable. Everything. That word does not exist. It is not in the dictionary, but it is in my dictionary. Everything is figure-outable. So, how much money do you want to earn? If you want to earn 50 millions next month, I will tell you there is a way to earn it. And if you did everything that you're supposed to do, you would actually get it. We know what we want, but we are not willing to do what it takes. Why? Because it's uncomfortable. And our brains make us run away from discomfort. Right? But guess what? The years are going. Before you know it, you're 30. Before you know it, you're 40. Before you know it, you are 50. And when you age without confidence, you age very badly. You age very badly. And entondo zobera nazo zibera ku next level. Next level. Because it seems like everyone was doing you a disservice. You're disgusted about everyone. The moment you know you have all the power in the world, you stop looking at people and getting annoyed about people. You're like, if you betrayed me, you had your own agenda. My agenda is to keep in this lane and to run this race. And I'm not going to depend on the feelings, because feelings change. I am going to depend, confidence highly depends on data. The moment you collect enough data to tell your brain that it is okay, we can do this, your brain gets on board. But the moment we are collecting all the negative data, it's not possible. Whoever does that business fails. Those things of coaching, they do not work. They only work for, like Coach Bahati, those people, they only work for, they work for people who have nothing much to do, or they work for people who are not married up to now. In marriage, there are people who don't believe that I'm married. Yes, even on social media. They're like, mulabe bwatunula alabika tamanyi na kwoza alabika tamanyi kufumba alabika sina mufumba batulage ku mwami we. Like seriously. Because sometimes I'm speaking things that are uncomfortable. Because some people will never listen until you shake their heads enough. Whenever your message is neutral, and when you're confident, that is where you will confine your message to being neutral. Why? Because toyagala bakunyigire, because toyagala bakwogereko, because everyone must agree with you. I don't care. If you watch my videos and you don't agree with me and you unfollow me 1,000 times, life will find you even under the bed. The harsh realities will remain the harsh realities. So I would rather spell them out to you. Nechikuluma, nonchawa, kale mulabe bwayogera, kale mulabe yali alabyeko kunnaku. It's until some people watch some videos of my stories. By the way, in this Kampala, that is when they watched my story, I think, I don't know by how many following, but it was in thousands of people following me, and of people saying, my goodness, I had never paid attention. Me, I knew you were the spoiled kid of Kampala, and you were just masape, you were talking about things. That is where you come from. And they're like, if you could make it, I can make it. If you could make it, I can make it. All right? So if I can make it, I know you can make it, because according to me, we've all had a better growing up than me. I don't know where you come from, but if I could make it, you can actually make it. Okay? Let's go. Lavender. Communication and expression. The inconsistent tone. How many of us have mumbled? You want to say something and then your voice in the middle, you're editing it, it is quaking, it is yelling, it is crying, it is going, it is not going. A person that means what they say is they spell it out and they say it with authority. But because you do not have the authority, then you're second guessing. You're like, now you're speaking, but while you're thinking, how are they interpreting this message? Are they liking me? Because you love to be liked, you want to be wanted. Even when you are a coach, even when you're a consultant, when you're pitching your business and your voice is shaking, not shaking because it is nervous, but shaking because you're second guessing yourself, we can actually tell. We can tell. That is why, let me tell you, I look for confidence everywhere. You do not touch my hair without me, you having confidence, number one. If you don't have confidence, I will know how you touch my hair. You know a person who touches your hair and they're like, they fear to touch your hair, and they're like, kakati oloza chichechi na kunyumira, kakati oloza, as in, I'm like, no, leave my head. When a person, you ladies have faced that. When someone is touching the hair and they've been working with hair for the past 10 years, the way they touch it is different. They already know, and they will even advise you. They will be like, no, instead of a middle part, let's do a side part. It will bring you out your bald head very well. You know? Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. Yeah, but you drive me without confidence? No, you cannot drive me. You cannot, because I know if you are confident, you will negotiate where you need to, you will calculate what you need to calculate, you will know when to overtake, and you will know when. Do you know there are some people who are on the road but they lack the confidence of, they're in between overtaking and coming back, overtaking and coming back, and I'm like, dude, overtake if you want to overtake, or stay back. Let's drive at a slow speed, because that is how people die. You're deciding, you're not deciding. That is where the Bible says, I will spit you out of my mouth. You are hot and then you are cold. Decide where you want to belong. It's like people, they're in your life. There is one who told a girl that, you know what? I'm not willing to marry you right now. I can marry you after 5 years. And I was like, you're still waiting for him. But he's the one I love. I'm like, you wait. After 2 years, come back to me with that same conversation. And chances after 2 years, he will marry another girl. Because by the time he tells you, and you've been dating for 4 years, and he tells you he will be ready in 5 years, clearly he wants to make you tired. He's looking for a way out. He's not willing to speak. Now, if you're not confident, you land into other people's traps and snares. All right? So, avoiding vulnerable conversation. How many of us have actually avoided those conversations? Like, sija mugambako yamanyine ebibye, but jukire ebibye biko affectinga. But tojja mugambako yamanyine chi nebibye. And then inability to accept compliments gracefully. How many of us, when they tell you, small, okay, we are trying. Gamba, you're smart. Are you really? Are you sure? As in, it should be a straight. I knew it. I was in the mirror. I saw myself, and how dare you tell me that I am not smart? Some of you are not comfortable or confident enough to dress the way I'm dressed. I know you're not. You're like, I know. But I'm here with my stretch marks and feeling good, right? So, the fear of being misunderstood. Like, you know what, I would rather not say it. I would rather not say it. So, every time you are second guessing, you are tiptoeing in your own life. While life is going, years are adding on. You're 40, but you're tiptoeing in your own life. Like you don't belong to your own life. Can you take up space? Yeah? Can you take up space? You got that job not because anyone wanted you, because you're not working for your judge. You're working for someone that took you through an interview, and you requested for some money, or they allocated some money, so you are showing up as a person that is needed in that place. And I usually tell my staff that you know what, you're not here to do anyone a favor. No. If anything, you're doing me a favor. Yeah. Because I need you on this team. Without you, whatever you do is going to go undone. It doesn't mean I cannot get another person. No, you are the one right now. You are the one here. So I respect you, I love you, and I need you. Can we do what takes us ahead? Because sometimes it's as easy as someone is backbiting you. You know, I'm tired, you know, of bashing heads with so and so. Is he the one that employed you? You know, there are people who usually are arrogant, not because they are confident, arrogant. And they just want to make everyone's life a mess because they are not confident. So now if you're also not confident, you will find yourself skipping from one job to another, skipping from one thing to another, one business to another, because someone tried to bully you. No. When they bully you, you bully them. Wanji? Yes, even silence can be bullying. A person who has wanted to give you a headache and they are not seeing the headache coming to you, do you know that that is bullying? Because every time they're like, tomorrow they are not going to come. Tomorrow they are going to report me. That is why sometimes when people that work with me, when someone comes and tells me something and they hope that I'm going to talk about it with someone else so that they can feel like, you know, they also felt it. No. I deal with it in silence, and I will give them all the confidence that they need, that this is where they belong. And if someone sabotages with that, they have me to answer to. And then, all of a sudden, K Itachi. They're the ones that were bullying, and now K Itachi. Why? Because you have stuck on, you're doing the same thing, you're showing up every day, you've decided to be happy, and you've decided to take up space. And now, they feel intimidated because sometimes the people that are arrogant, when they crawl out, they hope that you're going to hide. When you stand still and look and say, bring all your tactics until you're tired. Because I'm not living here. I will live here when it is time to leave. I'm not going to leave because of you. When it is time to leave, I will pack my things and go because I was not created to be here. All right, let's go on because I don't want to take long. Let's move. Personality and self-worth. Over-apologizing. How many of us? Every time we are sorry about something, even when you know that you did not do it. How many of us have been taken to mediation meetings and you have ended up, tables have been turned on you? And guess what? You did not learn. Next time you also went for a mediation meeting. Next time, a narcissist, a toxic person, a manipulator, a liar wants you to go to a mediation meeting. Yeah? Promise them you will show up and don't show up. Hey, go to a hotel, get the biggest ice cream, lift your legs. Or even don't put on a swimsuit, but go to those chairs near the swim goon and lay properly with your nice book and with some champagne or a mocktail that has an umbrella on it. And make sure you take pictures for evidence that you had fun that day and your brain was switched off. But this number is not available on the network today. The thing is, even if you went to mediation session with a narcissist, with a toxic person, with a manipulator, you will never win. They will have better words than you, they will have more evidence than you, and they will be looking good all the time. You will be the one that is looking bad. And guess what? You're saying, "Aja kugamba sebamu ebibyo mwana wangu deyo totu swaza dayo mu bufumbo." Sibe babu kuberamu. All of a sudden osibye ebibyo ozeyo. Bod no lose abakugamba. Tebali nayo. Tebali nayo. Ne bakugamba totu swaza sibye bibyo deyo. Ate omusajja tebamutulula mukamu. Tomuddanga muna kumuddamu. Otuswaza. No swaza nze, no swaza mama wo, no swaza ne jjajja wo n'amalolo ga jjajja wo. The thing is, after you know, you see, she didn't come. Let me tell you. His head is going to bulge. Whether the mediator, because most of you are ladies, so I will speak on the side of the, but even if the one that is dodging the mediation is a man, whoever is the one that is engineering this, his head will swell. He will be like, I had an opportunity to prove to everyone that I am good. And this person has denied me the opportunity of proving that I am good. You get it? How dare she? So when you come back, they would want to smash you. And when they want to smash you, tell, do not even try. Do not. Come back. They never expect that. They never see that coming. And like, what happened with this woman? Anti kati olaba, esente zofunye nyingi zezikuwaga. Oba mikwano jejo. Oba byokole, as in they will always have something to blame. Guess what? Of course. Bahati oyo mukazi oyo bahati nali mumanyi. Guess what? Shh. Yingire kinabire onabe. Yambala night ye ya jini. The thing is, there are certain battles you will never win. And when you're confident, you will know which battles to fight and which ones not to fight. If you lack confidence, your nose will be poked everywhere. You will get tired. You will be exhausted. You will be fatigued. And guess what? Who is the loser? You will be the loser. Is that what we want? That's not what we want, all right? So the constant comparing to others, personal identity. Someone has it better than me. Do you know that you can put on a very nice, expensive cloth? Someone else puts on a very cheap cloth, but because you're always in your head comparing, they look better than you, all right? The negative self-talk, guys. The negative self-talk. The second thing to persistence, we talked about persistence before we even get to the frameworks. The second thing is rewiring our self-talk. Guys, the whole world is against you. Like everyone wants to say something negative about you. Nata kumanyi ku social media. Bananga jakugamba gauni teyanyumye. Alinga bye byamukute. Konti eno hipu yaze wanse eno hipu ngeriwa. Bananga nti ate metro ni yanyumye okusinga omugole. Like everyone is saying something. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Because our thoughts create the behaviors. Now, the moment you think you are not as good, you're going to behave like you are not as. So when you go, whether it's a gathering, you will sit at the back because your brain knows you're not as good. Yeah? When they ask for something to, even if you're the kind, by the way, have you ever seen people that someone knows that you're good, and when they ask who can do this and this, and everyone is pointing at you, so and so, so and so, and then for you, you want the ground to swallow you and to disappear, and you refuse, you even get a short call that moment, and you move out. Yeah? Why? We are negotiating ourselves out of everything. Perfectionism. You know, I will do it when I'm, you know, let me wait until I have the perfect weight. When I have the perfect weight, mugenda kundaba. Mugenda kundaba. Obugoye bwengendo kwambala. Places I will go to, I will take pictures, you guys. Content, it will be content upon content upon content. But you're holding yourself at ransom. Why? You're waiting for the day you will be perfect. Some of us, there are times where we get, maybe our skins are acne prone, and then a season comes when your skin is really bad, and you negotiate yourself out of everything. And you're like, you know what, let me wait. I will do it when, I'll even do a photo shoot when I do. Life does not wait. Life does not wait. There are people who died in sauna. Did they think they will die? One of us is not here today because a friend's mother was in sauna in Buziga. When it burst, he was in the intensive care for all those days, and now she died, and the daughter had to be amputated. Both of them were in the same sauna. So when you say that I'm waiting for life to be perfect, you are lying to yourself. You are delaying your destiny. You are delaying your becoming. You're delaying the money. You're delaying everything good. You're delaying your children's success because you're waiting for perfect time. All right? And then the hiding, your true personality to be accepted. You're like, you're the bubbly girl. And you're like, yeah, let me just be quiet and just look on so that people can think I am professional. I'll just do a kajambo like this. And then I will do my hair like that. And then I will put on coats. And, you know, I will just look nice. You know, some of us, the reason as to why we look old are the black coats that we put on. Every day you're putting on a black coat because you want to look professional. But I was sango msajja yamba detail. Nga yenna yetuzi. Nga ulira ayagala kutambula nga ali professional. No gamba mukama. Chichicho. But the thing is, you're hiding your true personality. Come, I am a casual smart person. Every day you will find me. Today you did not even find me with bling bling. How many of you know me better? I will be here sparkling. I will be here with my big sneakers. I will be here. That is who I am. So if you want to box me into professional clothing, you're going to die in your own movie. Because I have ever changed my wardrobe. I'll be like, I want to be professional. I don't know how many years back. I was like, professional is the thing. I was like, you know what? Nayambalako bugoye bubiri. Simanyi high pencil skirt. But it a high pencil skirt. High pencil skirt. All my high heels, 6 inches, 4 inches, 5 inches, are in my office. They have not been touched for the past 1 year or 2 years. New, brand new. Red bottoms in my office, not touched. I'm in sneakers Monday to Friday, Monday to Sunday. Even on Sunday, I preach in sneakers. That is who I am. That is my comfort. My personality is I am bubbly. When I am with people in certain settings, I am not speaking. When I'm with people in certain, I am the one who is not keeping quiet. I am the one, so I'm extroverted in certain settings. I'm introverted in certain settings. So when I find myself free, I let myself free and I have the fun. I will dance. I will do. There are some people recently, we had a birthday, one of our son's birthday, and one person came and was like, Banange, Bahati, Bichi Bichi. I knew it. Yeah? I knew that, I know that everywhere I go, someone will actually recognize me. But do I edit myself? No. If you find me getting into the actually yansanga mu fridge nga bwe ngamba kakati bino ebinanasi bwe mwasaze obubi kakati bino bichi every fridge ino kubeera organized naye nga bwe nzija mu bwendya bwe mbagamba babisaze bubi kati nagenda nagamba omuntu ayo kama that's Bahati came to the party. Oh my God, oh my God. And then the whole time I'm the one dancing, I'm the one asking who needs to be served. I'm in a family setting, right? This is my son, my sister's son. And I am on top of the roof doing everything. But if we were to another person, they would have said, people know me, I should be able to behave. No, I will not behave. What you call behavior to me is not, it is, it's okay. Me, I will behave how I want. Go with the version of Bahati you have seen. When you meet me on the street, make sure that you don't know that version of Bahati. Erase that version, Bahati, and receive another version of Bahati. Yeah, but the thing is, I'm not going to edit myself. There are people that have come to my home. Some of them even gave me money. Some men. We hosted a men's initiative something. So there were so many. I think we were over like there were 80 to 100 men at home. So I hosted them. And then after hosting them, I'm not the kind who sits. I'm the kind who will be between the outside kitchen and the in kitchen. I'll be doing the juice. I'll be serving. I do not let, and yet I have a house manager, I have a housemaid, I have an askari, I have a chef, but I will be the one doing all these things because I am a busybody naturally. So some of them took my husband aside. And they were like, when she's out there, she's a celebrity. When she's home, she's bare feet and she's serving and collecting plates and doing all these things. And so they came to him after the whole meeting and they were like, you know what, just place your hands on us, pray for us that we will get women that can be real wives at home. And they are, when they're out there, they also have whatever it takes to go. For them, it was an amazement. I think they expected, I will have these long nails and with my lashes, just looking at everything, is that fine? And is that fine? Have you been served? You know, nothing. Why? Because if I'm at home, I'm at home. That is another mode altogether. I have launched into another mode. If you find me joking with our carpenters, you will think luli bali bangamba nti boba gezze simanyi banaanuka okugejja bakuyita kunaanuka. Anga naye Madam Bahati nawe wanaanuka. Kubanga the people that we use at home, we will employ someone and we will work with them for like 20 years or 10 years. Why? Because if they are carpenters, if they are an electrician, like we will stay with them until, even the maids, they will always stay for a longer time. So they were like, Auntie Hilda, nakulaba wanonga tonda wakufumbirwa. Na sababu wafumbirwa nokola chi no nanuka. Now when you find me nga I am banging lwali with my carpenter, nga bwe nanuka, and I am laughing my head off. I am even falling off the seat. Now my husband is used to the chaos. My children are used to the noise. When I'm at home, I tell them that is the only time they go, omukazi akomyewo. Omukazi akomyewo. From the parking, they will know that omukazi akoze echi akomyewo. If it's not the loud music in the car, it will be the yelling while I get out of the car. Or as in something has to happen, but people have to know that that is me. I'm not going to edit myself. I hope that you can find a way of being truly yourself. And I pray that God will never give you a man that will make you edit yourself. Or if you have a husband, that you will develop enough value that you will never need to edit yourself. Because when you have value, we edit ourselves because we lack confidence, but also because we know there are consequences. Right? Now, when we take away the consequences of ajakundeka, no government, no, I'm going to be myself, whether andeka andeke, because I'm not going to edit myself until when? Yes? Until when? Okay? So, the imposter syndrome, avoiding mirrors. Some of you actually avoid mirrors in literal. Let's go. I want us to finish up this and go. Purpose and dreams, dreaming big but never taking steps. Yeah, how many of us? We dream big but never take steps. We know everything we need to know. We know what we need to do, but we're just not doing anything. Abandoning projects. When fear sets in, you start something and all of a sudden you're like, malako. And you're like, nah, it demands a lot. Here's this a lot. Now you start content creation and then they tell you be consistent. You have to show up every day. Like, seriously? That's why you see the memes that say, oh, muntu yatandika social media ne content creation we tuli mulaba. Back then, abantu batunanga ebintu byabwe mu maduuka, and no one would have to announce anything. But now you don't advertise or you don't create content. Who knows you? No one actually knows you. So, abandoning projects, you start something, and then people have comments. They're like, that one, will it be profitable? That one, you know, there's a better way of doing this. Then letting fear detect your destiny rather than faith. All of us began by faith. I did not start because I knew where I would be. I didn't know I would be where I am right now. I started because it was the only option. It was either to grow or to die. Yeah? To grow or to stagnate and stay in the same position and start lamenting and start crying. And I was like, you know what? I have cried enough. We have bargained. Netwega year school fees, banango mana kole school fees. I have bargained. I have taken water at night when there is no food. I have done everything. And I was like, that is not the life I want, and that is not the life my children deserve. So, and I'm not going to wait for a Prince Charming to sweep me over my feet. No. I am the Prince, and I'm the Prince Charming. And what do they call them? A knight shining, which what? Knight in shining armor. That one. I am the Prince Charming and a knight in shining what? Armor. So I am sweeping myself off the feet and doing whatever I need to do, however hard it is, but I will persist. You start without money, you start on border borders, you start ngawe kunkumulake mfufu, you go to NSSF to speak. Yes, you go to big, because they have seen you, they have heard you on radio or seen you on TV. Not everyone you see on TV and on radio is actually successful. Yeah. I was there because of my calling. I was so sure about what I was speaking, but yet I was very poor. So I would appear everywhere. If I needed to borrow, I would appear everywhere. I put in the work. I studied, I did the work, I did the content, I did everything. I believed in myself. So what I am doing right now, I am reaping some of the efforts that I put in. But if I want a next level, I must do something different from what I did. And I have been through wheels of reinvention so many times. In 1 year, I can reinvent more than 3 times. As the Spirit leads, and as I am convicted, and as discernment comes, because the waves keep changing. The direction the world is taking keeps changing in a neck-breaking speed. So if you say I'm going to do the same thing in January until December, woe unto you. Because by the time you get to February, we have switched. The wave has changed. When we get to March, the wave has changed. The language we use, the speed we use, the belief system that we have built inside of us, the confidence that we are building is totally on a different level. So if you're still working, mama nze kale bananda babatya tukulese ate tokuba emimiro wanji. When you see others working out, okay? Let's go. Talking about your goals and never executing. That is a common thing. Let's go. I just want you to hate what lack of confidence does to you, all right? Relationships. Difficult saying no, people pleasing, avoiding eye contact, over-explaining. There are so many of us that over-explain. Even things that are unnecessary. Borrow some silence. Yeah? Borrow some silence. Certain things you don't need to argue. You just need to look at them and then you make your own decision that, you know what, I will either continue or I will not continue, or I will do this or I will not do this. But then you use so many words because you want to, and then staying silent to avoid conflict. Now that is totally different kind of silence. If you're avoiding conflict, that means you're not confident enough to confront a charged conversation. All right? And then to confront a charged conversation, you should be able to trust your gut and trust your instincts to know that you will control yourself and not be emotional. To know that you will not say what you're not meant to say. Yeah? So when you trust your ability to do that, then you can be able to speak, allowing others to take credit for your ideas. How many of us? You do something, but you're not frontlining yourself, you're frontlining, allowing, and then fear of rejection, sabotaging healthy relationships. Yes, there are some of us that sabotage healthy relationships. Yeah? The man loves you, he cares about you, but for a funny way, you find a way of discrediting his hairstyle, or how he eats. Or accent. Or even his chibuto. You're like, me, I swore I would never get married to a man with pot belly. Some of you. Some of you. As in, you find a way of, and yet a person that is confident is like, I love him. So, I love him, he loves me. I don't mind what my auntie will say. Do you know there are others that marry for their friends? They're like, now my friends, what will they say? No, he's my man. Whether we start from scratch and we build ourselves, he is my man. We will build ourselves. I don't even need to do over explaining. Manange, the reason as to why I loved him, our love is from the heart. It's not like these days. Don't explain yourself. Actually, the reason as to why I will respect you and respect your man is when you are confident. Do you know that if you're confident, your man is respected? If you're not confident, your man is looked down on. Because everyone, you are, even the Bible talks about it. You remember the lady that used to, the merchant lady, and says that men give honor to his man because of his wife. So you're going to cause honor to your man, or you're going to cause honor even to your children. They're like, who is their mother? You get it? And there are some doors that will open because of your confidence. For your children and even for your man. So that means you are the biggest asset your family has. Yeah. As a woman, you are the biggest asset. And let me tell you, the devil fears you more than he fears anyone in your family. Because when a woman goes on her knees to pray, when a woman wants better for her family, when a woman wants better for her, prayers are going to be relentless. You will be in the throne room of God, praying for your children's future, praying for their protection, praying that God will give them good spouses even when they are young. You will be like when they grow up, as in you will be praying and interceding for them. Why? You carried them. You have a connection with them. But some of us, even with prayer, we are not confident, even with God. We are like, I think God hears some people. That is why some of us will be going to everyone to be laid hands on. You don't have your own hands. Get them and put them on your head. You think they pray in the name of another God? If they pray in the same God, he listens to every one. So sometimes confidence has let us submit under to things that we do not understand because we lack confidence. When you're confident, when you sit somewhere, do you know that your spirit will detect, I'm not supposed to be here? Yes. You will enter some room and you'll feel very uncomfortable and you will move out to go and take a coffee. Yeah. While everyone is saying you're missing a lot and you're like, no, I'm not missing a lot. My spirit did not feel settled in that place. But that is confidence. Do you know that sometimes we negotiate banagamba batya banange kanjira ntula ne bakunyiza ne bogera ebinyiza ne bakola ebitakwatagana, but you're still negotiating. You're wasting your own time. Yeah? So fear of man will prove to be a snare, but whoever trusts in the Lord is kept safe. So trust brings confidence that, you know what? I am enough. He created, before I was created in my mother's womb, he knew me. He predestined a good future. Before my parts were woven together in the sacred place, he knew me. All right? So that creates, and you're like, you know what? If he predestined a good future for me, then why am I actually negotiating on that future? Can we go? Faith and spiritual, that one I've hinted on it, all right? But we will feel unworthy of God's calling, yeah? While some of us are like, he called me by name, and he was like, Hilda, you're going to be a liberator. A liberator. And I was like, yes, sir, here I am, reporting for duty. What should I do? And you deploy me, and I'm like, I will go where you tell me. So when you tell me to start a mentorship, I'm starting a mentorship. When you tell me to mentor marriage, I am mentoring marriage. When you tell me to travel the nations, I am picking up my tickets. I am going. Why? I am not negotiating on anything. I am not. And even where I am is not even the best way I should be. I am still going. I'm not where I must be. All right? So, the hesitating to pray in public. You're like, no one must know about my God. I want you to be very confident about the God that you believe in. I want you to be very confident about your belief. To be very confident. Why should you be confident in silence, and then when you come to the public, you cannot talk about it? The world where we are we are not even looking at religions. No, we are not. We are looking at value. All right? We are looking at. That is why you will actually go and buy from anyone regardless of religion. Ask me about Muslims. They are the best people that I have worked with that are very honest and very faithful. Yeah. Very honest and very faithful. There is a time we gave someone money, and it was a lot of money. I will not mention how much it was. But the money that makes you sit at home and you're awake at night and you're thinking, my goodness, I did not write a contract. I just trusted this person with the money. Yeah? And if they disappear, I have nowhere to report. Because we are in the car importation business. And by the time you're importing 4 cars, that means it's a lot of money. And not just luxurious cars. Yeah? And we were like, you know what? Let's give ourselves peace. It has happened, it has happened. And let me tell you, the devil can be so bad that when you try to call, the number will even be off or something. Like just to amplify that, there's something wrong and something like that. But guess what? When we called the guy was like, hey, matu sablunji. As in, we gave him a lot of money. It's none of his concern. For him, he looks at it as trust. All right? So I'm going on, Joshua, as you do your magic. Yeah? So for him, he looks at it as trust. And indeed, let me tell you, the guy delivered to the dot. To the dot. This should have been more than 800 millions. He delivered to the dot. Yeah? And we were like, the money that we were supposed to give him now, we have to multiply it by either more than 5 or even more than 10. Because we're like, who does that? And guess what? While he was doing that, he was telling us, kakati banange amataga balongo, as in meaning he was not well financially. You get it? Eh? And he needed some help, but he could not touch the money that he was given. But he had to request for his advance so that he can go through the day with his family. And so we decided, you know what, we are not just giving him an advance, we are actually giving him more than he deserves. And we've worked with so many people who are like that. Yeah? So this is about value. The economy that we are dealing in is about value. So don't hesitate to speak about what you believe in. When you have, your value is outstanding, they will trust you. But the value has to be outstanding. All right? Okay. And I want us to run very quickly and be able to, by the time you come up, Lavender, I think I will be on a different note. So I'm not going to wait for you. Joshua, have we reset? Okay. Even the cameras? Okay. Let's go to some of the frameworks as Lavender goes through this. When she comes, she will come. All right? And the number 1, how to build your self-confidence. Before we can go back into the annoying stuff that we go through as people. Okay, so, this is This is the becoming cycle for those of you that are in the becoming stages. Quickly, before we go to building, because I want us to get through with this, silencing your God-given talent. You feel like you're not worthy. You feel like you have nothing to offer. Yeah, the delays in decisions. Some of us are in the valley of indecisiveness. We don't know what we want to do, and yet we know what we want to do, but we are not willing to do it. Shrinking your identity, killing your execution, breeds comparison, keeps you in survival mode. We have talked about all these. Breaks alignment with purpose, blocks influence. Some of us, we want to be influential. Yeah? And whenever we are praying, we're like, God, make me influential. What makes you influential is the persistence in the things that you are doing to become better, that you go from one level to another. That is what produces influence. And then creating cycles of regret. When you get 3 years from now, you will look back and you're like, I wish I made this decision now. But now you are in regret because you're looking back and you're like, I wish I made that decision then. So now, how long are you going to go into the years of regret? Because every year, whenever you get to your birthday, some people even become depressed. They're like, I should have done this. I should have been here. I should have done this. And you're telling them every time is a new opportunity for you to start. If you're regretting today, do not be in the same cycle next year. Next year, you should do better. You should look back and say, out of the 10 things I wanted to do, at least I was able to do 2 things. You will pat yourself on the shoulder. Instead of saying all the 10 things, like nothing, there is nothing. I'm still earning the same money. I'm still doing the same things, still with the same friends, still afraid of networking, still afraid of putting myself out there. The people that start companies, do you think they start having figured it out? Some of them, it's out of faith. And then they name themselves as CEO. But the more they do things, they're like, okay, nze nange nachiranda. Ntandise company ya limited gundi. Okay, kati nze CEO. Kale, ndiko social media. There is one actually who gave me a testimony. I don't remember who it was. I was like, you know what? When I started being consistent, I've only shot like 10 videos and I've posted like 4. And a certain TV has invited me and given me a chance to be on TV every single week on Thursday. She has posted 4 videos. 4 videos. The rest are still in her inbox. I was like, Coach, whatever you used to tell us was actually right. It's because I've tested it. Everyone that wants to give you an opportunity, a chance, wants to see what are you coming with. What value are you bringing to the table? No one will ever give you their airwaves if you have no value. No one will invite you to speak on a platform if you're not adding value. And your value should be outstanding. So while you're shrinking your voice and saying, when I talk about mothers, let me just talk about good things. Mothers are going through pain. Yeah? Talk about their pains. Let them know that you provide the solution. Yeah? Families are going through pain. All right? And then, so the cycles of regret, and then disconnecting you from multiplication. Whether that is multiplying your money, whether that is multiplying your influence. And you're like, you know what? I want to be able to, the moment you switch your confidence and you're like, you know what? I believe to go to nations. I believe to have more influence, more than Uganda. Your brain starts to expand to accommodate what you have given it. Because we give ourselves assignments. If you stretch yourself and you say, you know what? By the end of this month, I want to be able to triple the money that I am making. You're telling your brain to expand its capacity. But if you tell it to expand its capacity and your habits do not follow the capacity, then that is where the discrepancy is. Because your habits have to be able that I am going to post 3 times a day. I am actually going to go for networking events. I am actually, so you're like, even if you sat and asked ChatGPT and say, this is the much money I earn, and this is the kind of work I do, and this is, and give it all your detail, and say, I want to have a roadmap of tripling my income next month. It will give you a roadmap. Guess what? It will give you a roadmap, you will copy and paste in your notes, and you will sleep. Atuloga achali musabu. Tabulat. And let me tell you, the devil is the happiest. He is the happiest. Every time you're derailed, every time you're delayed, every time you're detoured, he's like, I have her where I want her to be. And guess what? I just don't have her, but I have her children. Because your children unless God helps them to break the cycles. And some of us are giving our children so much work that they will be breaking the cycles and saying, God, I do not want to be like my mother. I don't want to be I don't want to be like in a marriage like her. I don't want to be. Why are we giving our children so much work? Let them concentrate on building the empires that we have handed over to them and growing them. But we are settling, totally settling. Even when you give a blueprint, that what do you want? This is the money that I want. This is how you get to the money. You'll be like, bano nabo bekoza kakati ampadde ebigambo nkole ntya. So no theory. Practical ani agenda omukukolera. Wanje? No, I want to find out, is there another person that is going to sit your exams? Is there another person that is going to do the action for you? Kakati aha nkukolere content nkwate face yo njiteke ku mutwe gwange ngambe banange abaami n'abakyala munnange tutuno twazedda twatusedda ayagala otuskati otwa pencil otuskati otwa puliti otuskati otwa nze ntulina bannange nze ntulina. It hits different when you're the owner of the thing. You're the one doing it. So I can give you all the templates that I want. I can give you the how-to-dos. I can even hold your hand. You can be in my office every day. But for as long as you are tired of the kind of life that you're living and you want something different, that's when you will grow the muscle of confidence to do the things that you have not been doing. All right? So some of you sign up for mentorships, or memberships, or you go for courses or workshops, whatever it is. You have pastors, you have leaders, you have, and then we negotiate. Because of lack of confidence, you fear asking questions. You're only bandwagon, but you paid your money. You appear when others appear. You sign into the call when others sign in. Instead of saying that, you know what, no, Coach Bahati go bataba jamumiti. Yeah? Let me go to her and ask for an appointment. When she gives me an appointment, I will not waste her time. I will have, these are the things I want us to talk about. And these things are all leading me to action and confidence and doing the things that I need to be able to do. Some of us are like, oli pastor ne pastor takumanyi, oli mu church oli ndiga, indeed oli ndiga. Ogenda gye bagenda, ojja lwe bakuyise, ofuluma nga fuse yakutuka center bolt, ogenda oti. Have you seen single sisters getting out of church? When they are dodging men. The same men they are praying about. You've not seen single sisters. They keep saying, oh, church boys, man, church boys. And then the church boys are slow. And then when they get out of church, the speed with which they move out of church. And when you're a Gen Z or a late millennial, you're thinking, sagala kubuza mukadoli ate kakati oli bananga yagala kuhaginga ate kakati yagala kumbuza bya mama wange oli yagala kumbuza byache nagamba wano mfuluma ne ekisa tebanakyogera. Hey, musanga kutaka sawa afungujja ati afuluma naye guess what, yamusanze mu balanga gwagenza okulaba nchimanyi muntu nuli amugamba enemy of progress. It's okay, njabagwira mudiru. So the silent mentee syndrome, like sagala kutawanya want, I don't want to bother people, but you paid your money, so bother them. The reason as to why I'm a mentor is to be disturbed. If I didn't have the capacity, I would not be a mentor. As in, come to my inbox at 3 a.m. Ask whatever it is that you want to ask. If I am not in the mind frame to respond at that time, I will tell you, allow me respond in the morning. Right? And sometimes I will open your message and I'm in a meeting, something takes my mind. I have blue ticked you, but believe me, I will go back to that message and respond to you, even if it is after 2 days. And the way I save my mentees in my phone is totally different. Every one of you has an emoji that comes before their names. So I know who to give more attention, especially the people that are really my mentees and we have moved the journey. Yeah? So Royhana can send me a message even if it is 10 years from now. In my inbox, she's saved different. So whatever it is, even if it's 20 years from now and she asks something, she will forever be my mentee. And I will forever respond to that. When you come to my inbox, however, and you are a new person, definitely I'll be asking myself, what does she need? How do I help her? Because I need to know what your need is so that I can respond accordingly. That is why I will tell you that if you want to come for confidence workshop, write the word confidence. So I know that, oh, whoever is sending the word confidence, actually, this is what they are up to. So that I can be able to gauge who wants what. Fear of execution, avoiding accountability. Egamba coach oyo taba coach angamba coach taite erinnya lyange. Ne mu live sessions sigenda genda kwanga bwananda abantu balaba abantu batandika beebuzisa ebigambo. Nasasula sente zange, I sign into Google Calls, let me remain on Google Calls. And even when I'm on Google Calls, I will never put on my video. Nothing. I will never put my hand, I will never put my video. Nja kuteka we chisikirize we du. Kakati ate nja kuteka kerinnya ngaliko chai, liliko reflection, liliko mukuliko ebinyanya abantu byebateeka ku Zoom. N'ogamba omanyi bulamu bwe yasasudde ssente ze bw'aba confidence tagirina evaayo mu kamooli clearly sigenda musika. But do you know what I do on my knees? I pray for you. Whether you have put on the name reflection, because when you sign up for mentorship, you give me your real names and your picture. So I print your name and I put it on your picture. And then I start praying for you. Newe jiriba myaka 10. Togenda kweba kujja kwekyusa mpaka ng'okoze ky'olina okukola.